From falling into a kiddie pool and having to amputate your leg to waking up in a fucking morgue to then watching Zack D Films until I'm traumatized. Because the last time I did, I got over like 30k views and permanent brain damage. So why not do it again? Right, Jim Bob?
Stab the shark and press the button in the knife's handle.
What? Why?
As it does, it shoots compressed gas through a tube.
Why you stabbing a shark because they attacking you? You in his house. Now if a shark walk up in your house, just in the fucking kitchen making a fucking BLT, then you could stab it. But like you in this motherfucker house and you want to stab it. Man, if you don't get your ass back on land.
Destroying the tissue around
that shark ain't even did you nothing.
Explode the shark from
Look,
the inside.
no, my nigga dead.
Before it can kill you. Hold open your eyelids and lean over the eye wash station.
Hell no.
The clean water hit both eyes at once.
She looks like a fucking zombie.
Up, down, left, and right. This will flush out the dangerous chemicals before they cause serious damage.
I feel like that doing more damage than good though. Like, I don't know.
To be sure, keep rinsing for at least 15 minutes. By that time,
15 bomber ass bomber blood clot minutes.
6 bomber ass clot pussy bomber blood clot egg.
If you fall from a plane and are headed for a tree,
I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon, but you know.
You might think it's game over for you, but if the tree is tall enough with dense flexible branches, each one could actually work like a shock absorber, and you would still break every bone in your body by the time you hit the ground. She fell onto the tracks and was cut in half by an oncoming train, and those who hear the story of her death are soon haunted by her spirit. And she moves by dragging herself with her hands.
I would have kicked that motherfucker.
She'll chase you down with supernatural speed.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What you talking about? Who you talking to?
If you built a Jenga tower as tall as a skyscraper,
now how the f I'm gonna do that?
You'd have to carefully move out one block at a time with makeshift devices. One wrong shift could bring the whole tower crashing down.
That remind me of something.
Meaning entire city blocks could be wiped out in seconds.
Somebody in the comments said only 2 airplanes to take that out. Yeah, is going to hell.
They rubbed the dead person's hand against their open wound.
What?
You see, people thought when criminals died, it gave them special
I told y'all, people
powers.
just be doing
so they
shit.
rubbed their wounds on the corpse's hand, hoping the sickness would transfer into their dead body. And it was especially popular for skin problems and infections.
No, babe, you need Accutane, not dead corpse hand.
Could easily spread bacteria into the wound, making things much worse.
You need CeraVe or something, not sponsored. I don't have that much clout to get sponsored yet. Please subscribe.
She paid him $7,000 to break into her house and kill her husband. And
wow,
home,
you wicked
asshole. Police taping off the crime scene. She put on a show, screaming and pretending to be shocked. But she was secretly excited to get her dead husband's money.
Wow.
When the police questioned her, she gave a list of suspects. But that's when her husband walked into the room, alive. She couldn't believe it. You see, the hitman she hired was actually an undercover cop. So she spent the next 16 years for her crime.
That's what you get. That's what you get, ho. Well, you couldn't him yourself. You know what? No, man. That's...
Your ears would look like this if you lived to be 200 years old.
Well, you know what? After 80, just let's wrap it up. Let's wrap that shit up.
If you were taped in a big cardboard box and
I would just start screaming, F it. Just
shipped at the post office, could you be delivered across the world? Well, you would have to
what do you
weigh
think this is?
150 pounds in order to be accepted.
Well, I could tell you one thing. I'm not that. Wait, let's see. Hey. You like it, Jim Bob? You f with it? I don't think Jim Bob with me, y'all.
But wait until you're already in transit so nobody notices.
I ain't waiting.
If you don't bring a container for your poop and
she
pee,
intentionally doing that?
To workers.
I saw somebody that kidnapped her and shoved her in the box.
She tried to climb onto her balcony after locking herself out. But as she
I don't think that's a good
idea,
idea, man.
To the building's garbage chute, it gave way. She plummeted 30 feet straight down before hitting the bottom of the chute. For over an hour, she was trapped with severe injuries to her head and back. Rescuers finally pulled her, and somehow she was still conscious. She flipped off TV cameras as she was lifted to the ambulance.
How are you mad that you fall in your garbage chute? You flipping people off like they pour your ass in there.
If you wake up in a morgue freezer, the low temperatures will kill you in just a few hours.
Wake up where?
To escape, feel around the door for a latch to open it from the inside.
Why have a latch on the inside? You know what?
If this doesn't work, kick hard against the refrigeration vent in the ceiling. Once it breaks through, it will stop the fan from cooling the freezer, keeping you warm enough until someone finds you.
If I wake up in a morgue freezer, I'm going back to sleep. Like, obviously, them motherfuckers already think I dead. Might as well just lay the back down.
If you shot a bullet at a stack of dollar bills,
dollar bill, come get her. Even your man know Nikki do it.
It would tear right through them with ease.
No. We're not doing that in this economy, bro. Rent is due, school expensive.
Fires at around 1,000 feet per second. That's enough to rip through several $100 bills. But as soon as it passes through, the paper fibers slow it down.
Yeah, y'all could try that, not me.
Meaning it would only cost you about $4,000 to save your life.
You know I could do with $4,000. Please like and subscribe. I was Jim Bob. Gonna pop out to your closet at 3 a.m. and start to strangle you. You going?
Poop dropped on the assassin as he waited beneath the toilet, ready to attack.
Well,
he had climbed up the toilet.
That's your fault, not gonna lie.
Outside the castle walls, unnoticed by any guards, and he waited silently until the Duke sat down to
imagine just saying shit. Alright.
Got shitted on. And imagine that.
In the moment, the assassin lunged his spear straight into the Duke's butt. It tore into his body, causing massive internal injuries, and he slowly bled for days before finally dying.
Oh, hell no. Imagine taking a shit and you just feel this sharp ass pain just passing through your fucking body.
If you removed the bricks in the Great Wall of China and replaced them with human bodies, how many would it take to complete the wall?
Where you getting these bodies from?
An average person only takes up around 2.5 cubic feet.
This nigga said, I can't even do it. The nigga said,
they drilled the deepest hole ever dug, reaching over 7 miles into the earth.
That's not as deep as my ex.
They lowered down a microphone and captured this sound.
Nope. Oh, hell no. That's a devil. That's the devil. That's them demons. That is them demons. Nope. Close the hole.
Now, many believed they had drilled into hell itself. And even some said a demon had escaped through the hole. But it turned out the recording had never actually happened. Instead, Christian TV networks cut together sounds from a horror movie and used it to try and prove that hell exists. He attached himself to 1,000 helium balloons and lifted off as it began to rain.
I swear people just be doing shit. Like, what is the reason this nigga think he ain't up? Nigga, let's leave it to that fucking dog and that one old man.
But the storm picked up and blew him all the way over the ocean.
Well,
he called the Navy to try to tell them where he was.
No, you want to call people for help.
He didn't know how to use his GPS. And
who
after
sent you?
Weeks of searching, they found only his balloons.
Oh, shit.
Until his body surfaced 2 months later.
Well, you know, rip.
He slipped in the kiddie pool and shattered the bones in his leg. And the injury got so infected that doctors had to amputate it. Now, normally, the cut off leg
just for slipping in a fucking kiddie pool? Hell no.
Incinerated. But the man decided to keep it.
Yes, keep
he
it.
Had it preserved
keep
in
your
a glass
fucking
jar
leg.
Before turning it into a lamp for his living room.
What?
The shipping container fell and landed straight on the couple's car. It instantly crushed it flat. And when rescuers got to the scene, they were sure no one had survived.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe and watch this video next. Watch it, please.